Didn't I? This from the green room?
What do you got there,
Ooh,
Jay?
this week's copy of TV Guide.
Yep.
You know what the guy at the newsstand said? You know this is the biggest magazine in America? I mean, there are people that consider this reading. Are you coming to bed, dear? In a couple of hours, honey. I just want to see who's on Crosswits all week, dear. Have you seen their new slogan? You need TV Guide because TV's getting more complicated every day. Boy, you know there are people staying up nights saying, geez, we'd like to watch the A-Team. We just don't have the educational background necessary to really enjoy the program. Are you a fan of the A-Team, David?
I've only seen it a couple of times, but gosh, I really enjoyed it both times.
Oh, boy, with those surprise endings where the bully gets beat up, who would have expected that? See, I like this show because the violence is so real, huh? What was it, last week Papad got shot in the head by a bazooka. You okay? Yeah, I'll be all right. Lucky for me, it was just a 12-pound shell. I'll dig it out with my penknife. So I always like going through here and you see something like this. You ever go through a TV Guide and you find a show you never heard of? Then they'll say underneath, this is a pilot for a show not on the fall schedule. See, what the network is saying to you is, hey, look, we know our shows are bad. We just want you to see how bad they could have been. Oh, here's my mom's favorite.
What do you got
4
there?
o'clock, Channel 2, Barnaby Jones.
Yeah.
That's pretty realistic, huh? About an 89-year-old guy goes around beating up the Hells Angels. So you can always tell who the bad guys are in Barnaby Jones. The bad guys are anybody that will call Barnaby Pops. That's pretty much. Ooh, that gets his dander up, boy. Ooh, boy. Actually, I read this week in the spicy insider section that Buddy Epson's got a new show coming on next season with Marlon Perkins, you know, the guy from Wild Kingdom?
Yeah.
It's called Barnaby and Dad. It should be pretty good. It's about a father and son crime fighting team with over 300 years of experience.
Well, Barnaby and Dad, I'll be looking for that.
Oh, that'll be a good one. You don't want to miss that one there.
Is that it for TV Guide?
Oh, no. Here's my favorite show. 4:30, The People's Court. You like this? Oh, but this is like Attack of the Pinheads, this program. He took my pen. I did not. He took my pen. I think Wapner should hand out the death sentence to some of these people. You know the amazing thing? Here is a show seen by 50 million people every day, all right? I'm watching the show Tuesday. A woman comes out. She's got her hair in curlers. Where is she going later on? What, she got a meeting with Chernenko there or something? And I feel sorry for Wapner. You know Wapner must take a lot of grief from the other judges. Because, you know, whenever judges get together, they're a pretty pompous lot. They always like to impress one another with their legalese, you know. Well, I remember the essence of the Miranda decision was essentially that the rights of the individual should triumph over the... What? Here comes Judge Wapner now. Hey, Wapner, how'd you make out with that case of the puppy-stained carpet? It's a horrible thing, really. It's not good.
Not Supreme Court material.
No, really. With that constant needling, you can't do it.
No, we mentioned in the introduction that you're one of the hardest working comedians in show business. You're always on the road.
Just got back from...
Let me check here. Should we go away first? All right, we'll save you plenty of time to talk about your activities.
Well, all right.
But we'll do a commercial first.
Okay, it's a bit unorthodox.
I know it is.
All right.
We'll be back with Jay Leno, folks. Take a look at this. Hi there. Jay Leno is here tonight. Jim Brown will be here, and we were going to talk about your busy traveling schedule, but I see
this is a part of it,
produced
actually.
something here. What is
this?
this?
Whenever I go on the road, people always come up to me and they say, Jay, after late night is over, after the stage has been struck and everything is torn down and put in the boxes and all the facial blotters put away, what do you and Dave do after the show? And see, a lot of people don't realize that Dave and I lead vastly contrasting lifestyles.
I think that's safe to say.
So the last time I was on the show, I was on a Thursday, and what I did was I asked a couple of the NBC photographers to follow us around for a weekend and take a couple of pictures just to kind of show the difference. Although we are friends, we are still poles apart in what we like to do. Now, this first shot...
photo essay.
In a matter of speaking, sure, why not? Yeah. Now, this first one is, of course, taken Thursday, right after the show. Can you get a shot of that?
Right
There's
here,
a picture
sure.
of you getting in your limo with your famous trademark cigar, pretty much, which is pretty much standard, and on your way up to Connecticut. Now, of course, that Thursday, I didn't go to Connecticut, David. I stayed behind to hand out food parcels to the needy. You can see there's some... pictures of some food there.
Yeah.
Then, of course, Friday night comes, and since you don't tape Friday, you know, that's pretty much your night to howl. If you talk to any of the columnists in New York, I think his reputation is more than deserved. And you can usually be seen at some posh East Side bistro with a beautiful starlet on your arm. There you are there, and boy, she is beautiful, isn't she? Can you get a shot of it? Boy, that's the life.
Yeah.
Of course,
I think that was right after that terrible whiplash accident
yeah.
I'd been in traction for a few days.
Yeah, I remember you've been working on that Sammy Davis impression for a while there. And, of course, on Fridays, as you know, Dave, I don't have time to go to discos.
No.
On Fridays, I usually fly up to Appalachia, where I teach family planning to indigent farm workers. Can you get a shot of that there?
Yeah. You're an amazing man, Jay.
Yeah, well, I like to give my time freely, and then Saturday comes, and
I'm sleeping most of the day, I guess?
Sleeping most of the day, but again, nighttime, whew, you don't want to know. You're usually out with some of your jet-set friends. Here's a picture of you and who's that? Mick Jagger, I guess. This one, This one was taken at Caroline, surprisingly enough, another posh East Side comedy bistro. I have celebrity friends, too, and I don't want to pretend that I don't, but well, my celebrity friends are of kind of a different nature. Here I am with my good friend, Mr. Mahatma Gandhi. Can you get a shot of that? You know, it was funny because right before he died, he called me and he said, "Jay, thanks for teaching me not to be so selfish." And it was kind of an interesting thing there.
Very impressive. You looked a little overdressed in that photo.
I like to dress. I think it was more he was underdressed.
How would you describe your appearance tonight?
How would I describe it?
Yeah, you look every time you're on the show, you have a kind of a different look for us.
That's because I don't own a lot of the same clothes. What do you mean, a different look? Is this different? This is.
You look like you might have been in Viva Las Vegas.
No, I got this down at the Boys Husky at Sears.
Now, you know, whenever you're on the show, I always look forward to, you have something eating at you. You have something.
What's my beef?
Yeah.
What's needling me? What's riding me? You know, I'm getting real tired of these sexist movies. You see this new one that just opened, Angel? Have you heard about this movie?
Oh, sure.
She was a high school honor roll student by day and a Hollywood hooker by night. Hey, she's getting the grades. What's the problem? You pick up these magazines, they always talk about the sexual revolution. The sexual revolution is over, isn't it? I mean, we live in a very permissive society. You can literally get any kind of sex you want on whatever terms that you want. I mean, I picked up a copy of the Village Voice. You ever see this? They have those personal ads in the back. It's unbelievable. I see one the other day. Okay, ad says, bondage freak. White male. Enjoys being beaten, kicked, spanked, humiliated, and degraded. No smokers, please.
Now, you're on the road again after Caroline's. You're going to Pittsburgh. You're going to the Funny Bone.
Well, I have my itinerary here.
Oh, yeah.
This is what I use now. This is pretty much my travel schedule. Can you get a shot of that there?
Yeah, that's right up there. Jay Leno's travel schedule.
Yeah, this will tell you where I'm going to be. This is just for April, of course. Let's see. Well, of course, this week I'm at Caroline's.
Yeah.
And then the Funny Bone in Pittsburgh, University of Missouri, Jokers, Oklahoma City, Houston Comedy Workshop, Memphis Peabody Hotel. I'm all over the place.
Now, the Houston Comedy Workshop, that sounds like a clinic. Is that you getting paid for that gig?
There's a lot of damaged comics working down there.
You go down and do a little rehabilitation.
You know where I just came back from? I was at Zany's in Nashville. Then I was in Atlanta. I was working the Punchline down there. And Atlanta was voted as having the worst zoo in the country. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
This is the only zoo I've ever been in that has dogs in cages.
No, that's no good. No.
They have a big sign saying they've tried to recreate the natural habitat of many of the animals. They got the polar bear in a photomat booth with a couple of ice cube trays and a copy of Anchor